What kind of sick people would even think of something like that?
White people. We're the worst.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Yet I find myself in another weird, strange, stupid, crazy situation that seems to have related to one of the things that we're doing today. Should I be surprised? The amount of craziness that has happened is like something out of a movie, which coincidentally is what we're looking at today, in a different type of scenario, since leather is apparently all I have on my mind. Did you see one of the most talked about controversial movies of last year that was apparently shelved due to its gratuitous nature, insane violence, political views, quite frankly at the time, not the best thing to bring out. It happened to be taken off said shelf and released to the public, taken off once again because of a certain virus. But luckily it was pushed straight to video on demand, which gave me the chance to take a look at it and see exactly what made it so damn vicious. And the reasons why are not what you would expect. The Hunt. Directed by Craig Zobel, starring a full ensemble: Emma Roberts, Ethan Suplee, Ike Barinholtz, Betty Gilpin, Glenn Howerton, Terry Weibel, Amy Madigan. I could go on. There are a lot of names in this one. Set in a modern day era where we see man and woman being compared to like animals as they are hunted for their lives. Because everyone knows that the best sport is our fellow man. But did this political run and gun shooter movie really need to be shelved? Or was it played off for all the wrong reasons in a controversial struggle? Let's find out. Kick it into the good. So the various actors that are in this, obviously we already know who they are, so I'm not going to go into it. But our main protagonists, quick thinkers, smartly educated, and when the going gets tough, know exactly what they're supposed to do during a certain scenario. They know where to push. With some incredible acting abilities, especially from our main cast. Subtle, nuanced, and yet witty, with huge tells of emotion, but not necessarily huge showings. And the antagonists are the people you instantly want to hate the minute they start talking. Upper class, pompous douche nozzles that take great pleasure in people's misfortune. With our main antagonist, the one who runs this entire operation, being in the dark the entire time, keeping that real sense of mystery that's involved all the way through. Never seeing the face, only hearing the voice. Because this is how you do a real mystery, unlike some movies.
Oh no, we've been chased by the hatchback squad.
The writing is very well put together, sleek, sharp, clever, with a heaping spoon of political satire thrown in. Knows exactly what sort of tone it's going for. Pitch black comedy with no forgiveness. Many times where I was laughing my ass off at each and every one of the jokes that were being said. Even down to the very scenes that were being shown on screen. Now, what does that say about me? It says that I am a sociopath who likes to see other people get hurt. But there is more to it than that. Something that I absolutely loved had the action going from minute one. Adrenaline pumping, up close and personal.
Fucked up, bitch!
Very personal. Feels like Battle Royale, but everyone is on the same side and just trying to get the hell out of there. Some of the most unexpected, shocking, and insane kills that have ever been put to film. No players are safe, regardless if they are main cast, have been there forever, even extras in the background. Nobody has any safeguards in this game. And because of that, it is quite graphic the way they show it. And if you were ever curious to know what it was like to be blown up with a grenade or shot at point blank range, you need look no further. Cinematography is quick, precise, never fully sees the person pulling the trigger, definitely shows the one who's being shot and the guts that are splattered on the ground. It has one of the best choreographed fight scenes I've ever seen since John Wick. Each punch, kick, bone break, and glass smashed, expertly done. You want it to go on forever. Even down to some of the ways the weapons are used. Have you ever seen someone take a freshly shot gun and jam it in the arm of someone's skin? Well, you will when you see this. So many things in this that you want to see done in every movie. Raw and realistic. But with each shot that's being fired, there's always a few near misses that cause your prey to get away. It's too short. It only went for an hour and 30 minutes. By the time I finished watching it, it was over. I was having such a blast while I was going through this. I didn't even focus on what time it would have finished. Wanted to see more. Of course, everything kick-started straight away, but because of that, the timing that was in between each moment, it didn't go very far. Quite unpredictable at times. This is just not possible. But then again, human sport is not even possible. It's just a movie. It does sort of stem away from the sense of realism that's involved. 2 points of bad are not enough to bring down this movie for what it is. Fun, vicious, gutsy, scream for attention. Packed full of political controversy, insane racial and freedom of speech that's tied up in the reason to be an American. The reasons for this being shelved as long as it did and when it did are both a yes and no. Yes to the fact that there are many things that are being said in this. Not a very smart idea what you just did. Probably is the reason why most people were giving this movie a lot of flack. But if the reason why they shelved this was due to the violence, I'm sorry, I don't agree with it. When this was announced, they were planning on releasing this on a particular day. A week before its release, a situation happened that caused it to be shelved. But this is a situation that we see all the time, especially in America. Quite frankly, I thought that the real reason why would be many different scenes that were relating directly to issues and events that had happened in the past. But it turns out it didn't. This is just a movie like any other. Sure, it's graphic, sure, it's gory. Things that are being said in it are taken way out of context and can be used in a lot of bad arguments. I didn't see the big deal. Recommending that you see it yourself. Smartly crafted, expertly done, and fun as hell. Obviously, this sort of a scenario would never even happen. Unless, of course, the political parties right now are thinking that we should do the purge since it is getting close to that year. But with all of that said and done, this is one hunt you don't want to miss. If you do, well, you better watch your back, because it might be you who is next. That's why the hunt gets.
This is a wild game of survival.
Now, I always like to end my reviews with a quote from the film, and my favorite quote was, "I'm just trying to figure out if they're smart pretending to be idiots, or idiots pretending to be smart." You'll know it when you see it. But that being said, did you see it? Will you see it? And if so, let me know in the comments. Till then, I've been DJ, and always remember, did you see it? Controversy is really nothing. I've seen more controversial films, believe me. I actually got a few of them on my shelf back here. And yeah, I'm all for one who loves a movie that gets banned and there has to be a reason for it. But when it comes to this, nah. But seriously, you should see it. And there shouldn't be any excuse because it's on demand right now. So go and check it out. Bring your friends, bring your family. Well, maybe not young kids though. Bring someone who is at least over the age to actually see this because it is quite vicious. I'm surprised it didn't get an R rating. Unlike other movies that have gotten an R rating, but didn't really look that violent. Makes you think.